Back 8 minutes before the hour. Many of life's problems can be solved without making a legal case out of them, but sometimes they can't.
That's
sometimes
right.
you just gotta sue.
Sometimes they can't. You got to sue. So what happens if you're trying to get unflattering pictures of yourself removed from the web, for example, or your fiance breaks off the engagement? Who gets the ring? Well, there's a new book that may help you figure out whether you've got a case in court. Robin Epstein and Amy Feldman are the authors of a book. It's called So Sue Me Jackass, and it's the only time I'm going to say the title of your book, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for being here, ladies. I know that one of you is an attorney and one of you is a stand-up comic.
Yes.
And you came together as sisters, and you're still speaking to one another even after collaborating on the book.
Shockingly, yes. Amy is the lawyer, so she's the one with all the answers.
So what was the sort of the genesis of the idea for this?
The idea of that is I am a lawyer who works inside a company, and for many people I'm the only lawyer that they know, so they'll come into my office, close the door, and ask a personal question that they just don't have the answer to. The fact is, everybody has a doctor, but no one has a lawyer on speed dial. And this is the idea that if you have a question, there's no one to pick up the phone and call to. You know, can I kick out a roommate? My jerk of an ex-fiance wants his ring back. I just got into a car accident, or I just got arrested for driving under the influence. Now what? The types of questions that people really wish they could just pick up the phone and call someone, like Robin has done on many occasions.
How much money do you think you really owe your sister in attorney's fees?
$1 million.
The book is great because it's a very easy read, and you admit that. You say, you know, read it while you're at the stoplight. Well, you don't really encourage that, of course.
No, not at the stoplight.
On the bathroom, for sure.
But one of the things, you know, one of the things we always talk about, we're always talking about Facebook and Twitter and things like that. So what happened? You talk about Facebook and whether it's causing espionage with your employer. Explain that and kind of what the whole problem is with that.
Sure. Well, I mean, I don't know who hasn't gone out and had a fun weekend with their friends, take pictures of them in all sorts of compromising positions, with all sorts of beverages in their hands.
I'll have to look at your Facebook page a little more closely.
What beverages are you talking about?
But, you know, but then the problem is these things get posted and tagged with your name so that anyone who's a friend of yours can see it. And oftentimes our employers, our colleagues, are our friends, so to speak.
Yeah.
And so it becomes a difficult situation.
So legally speaking?
Yeah, legally speaking, CareerBuilder.com did a survey that showed that 63% of employers actually check people's Facebook pages or other online media in order to figure out who it is they're actually getting themselves into quote-unquote bed with, because there are, you know, although there are background search companies that will find out what you need to know, the fact is most of the information that people have about themselves is information they have posted themselves, be it unprofessional names like reeferlover1 at AOL.com, which we actually have seen, or unflattering pictures, the funnel of you in spring break in the bikini, those types of things that really do get people into trouble or fail to get them hired in the first place.
One of the things that we were talking about in the commercial break was there was a story today in the New York Post about an owner of a really famous restaurant down in the meatpacking district, and he was really angry with his employees. He sent off this email to them, and it was like cursing them out, calling them every name in the book. Is that legal or illegal?
It is actually legal for the most part, if the rants are not based on sex, age, race, gender, national origin, disability, or other protected class statuses that you can file a discrimination action for, or are not based on sexual harassment. The fact is there's no law against being a jerk, as anyone who's worked in an office will tell you. There's no law against that. And
we don't have that problem here.
No, we don't have that problem here. You know, the table of contents in this book is worth the price of the book alone. Beyond selling organs, how can you legally defray college expenses? I'm going to go read that. There's the book. Please go out and pick it up. Amy Epstein and Robin Epstein.
Stay here real quick because I met some friends of yours. Somebody that you went to Camp Harlem with when you were just a young boy. Her name is Jessica Gross. Check out this picture of little Ricky Fallbaum from whatever year that was.
I don't know what year that was, but I look pretty good, don't I?
Yeah.
Now, can I sue you for showing that picture?
We've got 5 seconds left. What's the answer to that? 5,
Not 4, if it doesn't hurt your reputation.
Fox Park is next.